Alrighty, we're back. Sunday morning, Cleveland, Ohio. Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Rematch against the Reapers, who we played yesterday morning. Lost that one 6-4, but it was back and forth hockey. Zamboni's on its last lap. So stay with us, and we'll be back for live action as soon as possible. I am. Alrighty. Reapers are on their bench. PHC's about to come out of the room. Sauer went out and set the net. So we're getting ready to start here. Waiting for those Zamboni doors to close. Refs to come and officially set the nets. Let the lake or the pond freeze up. Just take the ice, the horn sounds. And here we go. PHC coming out of the room. Holtman Williams leading them out. Ellie leading the charge. And now here we come one by one. PHC hitting the ice with a little bit of energy. That's what we like to see. Hard fought game last night. Emotional roller coaster at the end there. But hey, we got more hockey. Good thing is that's in the rearview mirror. These kids got to lace them up. And we get right back at it. So on the journey on learning how to win, keys of today's game, we'll go back to puck possession. We fight hard for the puck. We got to maintain it, maintain control, try to flip the ice. Force the other team to play east-west, defend laterally, but more importantly, put 45 minutes of hockey together. That's 3 periods, 3 15s. We got to play hard every shift. We're saying looks like Coltman Williams will get the start in the crease for the early game. He likely gets the nod in the afternoon game. So we got 2 more out here in Cleveland. Hoping to have a high energy, fast pass game. Stay with us. There's 2:20 left in warm-ups. And we'll be here for live action. Get your popcorn ready. All right, under a minute left here in warm-ups. Pucks are starting to come into the net. The teams will gather at their respective nets. Then head into their benches. Horn sounds. There's 20 clicks left on the warm-up. Teams are starting to gather at their nets. Again, keys of today's game, puck possession. Trying to flip the ice. Make the other team defend us east-west. Goal keep moving laterally, post to post. And try to keep the energy up for, as I said, 45 minutes of action. Play a complete game. All right, just high energy at PHC's bench. Trying to fire them up. I think they went back to my favorite cheer in hockey. 1, 2, 3, who are we? PHC. Coach Sauer sends out Jackman Spittle between Anutsiuk and Sauer. Z-Man and Maurer on the blue line. Colton Williams in the blue crease. We're ready to go here. Nets are set. Both goalies take the creases. 10 skaters lined up at that center ice space off top. Referee comes in. Puck is dropped, we're underway. Spittle wins this one back. Z-Man will get out to the boards and pick it up. We'll turn, we'll go D to D. Maurer will come back behind his net, come back to his defensive partner. We'll go right back, D to D. Move it up to Anutsiuk. He's trying to flip that ice. He's looking for Sauer across the ice. Gets past him, gets into the Reaper zone, but the forecheck is now put on. Sauer forcing behind the net. His teammates try to get above it on the other side. Maurer keeps and throws it back in. It's paddled aside by the Reapers goalkeeper. They throw it back out in the neutral zone. That's going to get past, and that's going to go down for an icing. So 35 seconds in, we'll have the first stoppage of play here. It'll come 200 feet on that icing call for an offensive zone draw to the left of the Reapers goalkeeper. Max Nasty out between Fazio and Gerbervac. Carr and Winton at the points. Max Nasty chips this one towards the boards. The Reapers will collect. They'll go back behind their own net with it. Come out the other side. Fazio gets back above it. But at the second effort, it's pushed in. Carr will challenge at the neutral zone dot. Recover it and play it back the other way. Gerbervac will gain this below the red line, trying to drag off those boards. Gets in. But as the puck got up on edge and we lost it at the blue line, we stepped offside, so whistle dead. Keeping short shift here. Shift short. As we'll look to change it up. Now we got Spittle to take the neutral zone draw between Caselli and Cucciarero. Maurer and Nooner on the back end now. Reapers win this one back. We'll push it out towards the bench, 85 feet. Nooner will step to it. Gives a challenge. Spittle's there to support in the coverage. Cucciarero with the back check. Picks a pocket, trying to turn back up the boards. They chip it off the boards. It's kept in by the Reapers, and they push it back down in the corner, trying to work out of that corner, but met by a couple white jerseys. Puck battle ensues in the corner. Nooner pushes up the board. Cucciarero tries to get it out into that center seam. It's kept in at the point where the Reapers will play it down into the far corner. Spittle will come down his own net, plays it out to Cucciarero. Cucciarero trying to hit him back in the center seam. Reapers read it and push it in, but Cucciarero follows it up. He gets it in the neutral zone. He chips it forward. That's going to go down for an icing. So we'll come the other way. We were north of the red line as we played it forward. Got that one right. as we were unable to get a stick on the south side of the red line. So we're back down, defensive zone draw to the right of Cole and Williams. Max Nasty out between Sauer and Anutsiuk. Z-Man and Carr. Z-Man will go off the glass. It gets out of the neutral zone. It's hopping down in all the way into the Reaper zone. They'll get back. They'll collect this one above the red line. Go back behind their own net. Met by Max Roach on the other side. We'll throw it forward. Carr will hold this one. We'll fire it back in, but Roach was still south of the blue line. So whistle dead for that automatic offsides. We'll have a neutral zone draw here. Everyone's got that first shift under the belt here, so now we take a deep breath and we start playing. Looking for that puck possession. Nasty wins this one with the sideboards, and Anutsiuk will push it into the zone. Reapers will step and collect. They're going to try to regroup it in the zone. They push deeper. Carr challenges at the blue line, but they get past and throw it out in the neutral zone. They hit the PHC line with numbers, but Roach is back in coverage. Able to get back. It's played back across into the far corner. Anutsiuk will collect. Hits the referee's skate. Now return the other way. They're going to try to walk it out in front and stick the side. Kept in at the far point by the Reapers. They turn. They fire it back in. Roach trying to collect it in the feet. Reverses and throws it out the far side. Anutsiuk will forecheck. Sauer takes the center lane away and chips that forward off his skates. Reapers are collecting their own and chip off the boards, get back out into the center, but they're met by Joshua Fazio, who collects the puck. He gets to the top of the circle, he fires, and that's in the back of the net. As he puts pucks to the net, good read coming off the bench, hits the center seam, gets to the top of the circle, fires it in, blocker side. Again, making that goalie shift and goal keep moving laterally. It's tough to do, especially as your weight's moving one way and the puck comes back to the far side. So PHC tickles the twine first today, 12:04 in the first period. Takes a 1-0 lead. We got Spittle between Fazio and Gerbevec. Nooner and Winton. Spittle will win this to Fazio, but the Reapers collect and push forward. It's collected by Winton. Winton flips the up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec trying to push it in. They'll force them to go back deep in their own end. Fazio putting the forecheck on. Gets a stick on it, but the Reapers fight through and push up the far boards. They push it out in the neutral zone. They have 2-on-1 developing. They turn, they fire. Gets off the iron, bounces out. Now Gerbevec will collect. He's trying to chip past. He gets through. He drags past. We have numbers coming the other way. He plays it to Fazio. Fazio loses it to Spittle. Spittle turns. He fires. He fires it in. He gets wide. Fazio will collect behind the net. Gerbevec trying to recollect it and push it out off that sideboard. But the Reapers outnumber us. They come off the boards out in the center seam. Turn over. Fazio collects and he turns. He fires. And he goes back the same way. Joshua Fazio with 2 strikes on 1 shift here. Again, puck's coming out into that PSA, and we're getting them to the net, shooting back far side, making them goaltend laterally. So the energy's up. PHC tickles the twine for the second time today, 11:23 in the first period. Take a 2-0 lead. We got Max Nasty between the money man, L-Dog, with Z-Man and Maurer on the back end now. Got to chip this forward. The Reapers read it, and they're coming the other way. They step in. Maurer will chip this off to the side boards. Z-Man will collect, push it up the boards, gets out, past the defender, and gets into the neutral zone on the second effort by Pacelli. They play it across. It's read by Pucciarero. Puccierero's trying to step past. He's met by a poke check, pushes it down the boards where Roach will get onto his forehand, plays across for Moneyman. Moneyman fires. That goalie does move laterally and makes a huge stop. PHC collects it. Pucciarero steps out in front. He turns. He fires it to Pacelli. Oh, off a skate. This gets wide. That was Roach on the forehand. Sorry about that. Pacelli will get back above it. He'll push it down. Roach comes off the boards and leaves it for Pacelli. Pacelli's on his backhand. He turns. He fires it. Rebound opportunity there. Put back. Reaper stays on the post. Makes a big stop and keeps it out of the back of the net. But we're getting some scoring opportunities in close today. So we'll have a face-off. It should be to the left of the Reapers goalie, but we're going to move to the right dot. Spittle between Anutsiuk and Sauer, Carr, and Winton on the back end now. Spittle will tie up. Anutsiuk pushes forward, gets it off, it hits the shin pad. Spittle puts it back to the point. Winton collects. He's going to walk. He turns. He fires. It gets wide. Sauer will get into this in the corner, and he'll leave it at the half wall for Spittle. Spittle pushes it down to Sauer in the corner. He plays it out in front looking for Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk loses an edge, but they keep it live back behind the net. It'll come out the other side. Anutsiuk trying to get back above it. They'll pull off. They'll try to stretch the ice. Winton collects. Spittle in support, picks it up. He's going to look to flip this ice. Drives wide and now try to get up that wall. Gets the red line. We'll get to the blue line. I'll push it in. I don't know where the offside was. But I think he was anticipating us to enter early. I thought we were stopped at the blue line. But it's fired in. Either way, neutral zone face-off. Max Nasty between Gerberbeck and Fazio. Maurer and Nooner. Push back out of the neutral zone. Maurer will go D to D. Gets behind Nooner, but Nooner will collect south of that red line. Will push it forward. Gerberbeck engages along the boards. Gets into the line. Nooner will step and keep. Pushes back down the wall, but the Reapers will collect. They chip it out of the neutral zone. And now we have numbers coming the other way. They flip it back across. Maurer's there and contain. Will get back outside. Will challenge. It's fired in. Paddle aside all the way out to the sideboard. Good rebound control by Coltman. It's pushed down to the neutral zone where Fazio is trying to collect it and drag past. He hits the referee with the puck. Now we're transitioning back the other way. Nooner will step up heavy. Trying to play it down, but the Reapers gain the line. They're trying to play it back across. Good battle. Good hustle by Johnny Gerberbeck. He gets it out, and they play that back in. Whistle dead for the automatic offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off right outside of PHC's bench. Just joining us, 9:17 in the first period. PHC with 2 strikes on 1 shift in the 12-minute mark, or I guess the 3-minute mark of the game, by Joshua Fazio. It's pushed back out into the neutral zone. The Reapers are waiting to get back on side. Good push and angle by Pucciarero. But the Reapers will fire this back in. PHC will collect. And now look to flip the ice. Baselli trying to find Pucciarero across the ice. Reapers step to it, cut it off. But Spittle gets there in support. He picks it off. He's got 2 to beat. Fighting through a stick check. Regains. He's got Baselli going in the net. He turns, fires. Oh, looking for that back post. Carr will step and keep on the boards. Far boards, he's trying to come back. Spittle covers for him at the point. Carr's engaged in the battle. The Reapers outnumber. They come back up. They push it ahead. And we swarm on that one. Good support system. Spittle comes out in the center where he pushes it in the Reaper zone. Reapers will go D to D. Pucciarero putting the forecheck on. They chip it forward. Trying to keep it live, but Spittle will take it out, regroup in the neutral zone. We get back on sides. They fire it in. Reapers will go D to D and try to flip it the other way. Now they come back 85 feet. PHC will step to this one. Met by a stick check at the blue line. The Reapers trying to push it forward, but Pucciarero comes off the wall with it, loses it as he's met with a stick check, and now they push the other way. Carr's going to step to this one. He's going to try to leave it up into the neutral zone for Baselli. He gets off the boards. Pucciarero is trying to get it. Pull through the follow-up by Spittle. Unable to collect. We're heading the other way, but it's picked off by Z-Man. He enters the line. He's got Baselli coming late. He tries to sauce it across. Baselli gets it. Turns, fires. Big stop made. Put back out front. Looking for far post. Gets wide. We'll keep at the hash marks. Met by a bump of the Reapers, and now they'll throw it out into the neutral zone where Nunez will collect. He's going to regroup. He's going to buy some time. Lets his teammates get a line. Now he's got a lot of white ice in front of him. He takes this down the center seam and fires. Kick save made by the Reapers goalkeeper. Reapers trying to play it back out as they're getting fresh legs on the ice. Met by Pucciarero. Pacelli tries to push it back deep, but the Reapers collect. They hit the neutral zone with numbers, but PHC surfs that play. And now Pucciarero collects, trying to drive down into that middle. He's met by a couple red sweaters. They fight and keep it in the neutral zone as we pull up for a partial line change. And now Pucciarero will head off himself to complete that line change. Anuccio putting the forecheck on, waiting for the reserves to get there. Reapers flip it 85 feet. They play it back out into the center. They're met by Lucas Sauer. Reapers gain the line. They turn, they fire. Comes in. Colton Williams sees it all the way into that catch glove. Hangs onto it. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. 6:46 left here in the first period. PHC still hanging on to a 2-0 lead. Max Nasty between Sour Patch Kid and Doritos with Z-Man and Mousy. That's reversed behind our net. Maurer will pick it up. We'll put it up the boards for Anuccio. Anuccio chips it into the neutral zone. Reapers will collect. Good forecheck by Max Roach, trying to pick a pocket. Max I gets there in support. They flip it forward. Max Roach seals off that boards, but the Reapers recover. They play it back forward. Headman into the neutral zone. Maurer will contain. He knows he has Roach with him, and he has his defensive partner who will step to this puck. Will turn. He's met by a forechecker, but he gets it up the boards. They step back below it. The Reapers trying to work out of the corner now. Force back up the wall. They play it to the point. They're going to walk. They turn. They wind. They fire. Hits a stick. Gets up over the crease and into the far corner with no harm. 2-on-2 battle ensues. Roach is knocked off the puck. The Maurer's there. Reapers come out of the pile with it. They drag past one. Get it back out in front. It's stick to side. We're trying to find the puck. It's loose. Third guy comes in, fires it in, and Colton Williams stays strong. Staying strong. So now 94 is going to go. The other ref will take 14. So no punitive damage here. There was good battles in the game yesterday at both ends. Little extracurricular activity. The refs did not get it under control early. In this one, they do. But there's no punitive damage. They take both. We'll stay 5-on-5. Faced off will stay in to the right. Five on five. Nothing's on the board. I don't know if there was any extras, but like I said, 5-on-5. Defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. Spittle between Fazio, Gerbevac, Winton, and Carr out there. Spittle will push this to the sideboards. Gets in the corner. Carr will push it back up the boards. Fazio collects. Gets the puck stripped, and now they move. It's fired back across, kick this side by Williams. Carr broke his skate lace, so he has to get to the bench on 1 foot. Nooner comes in to replace him. Pushed out to the point, gets in the neutral zone. Fazio's on his horse. He picks it up. He's got Spittle coming with him. He chips in the soft ice. A 2-on-1 developing. Fazio's there trying to play it back in front. Fights off the check, puts it towards the net. Gets wide, but Fazio gets up from his knees, collects it in the corner. Spittle's there helping him. 2-on-2. Fazio fires it towards the net. Good stick by the Reapers D. And now they have a 3-on-1 developing. They're coming back. They give the shot to Williams. Williams stays with it, and at the last second to try to hit the guy streaking to the far post. It hits him in the back of the breezers. And then gets out to the point where Spittle blocks it. Rebound fired in wide of Williams' net. Reapers will collect. They're going to go to the point. Hopefully Gerbevac can read it. Nooner gets there. Hits and pins. Gerbevac's trying to get that puck up and pushed out. He's tackled in the process as he got tangled up with his stick in the feet of the Reapers. Winton loses an edge. The Reapers collect. But Winton recovers. They play it back out in front. It's fired. Rebound opportunity there. Colton gets a side and then sticks it aside, so he moves east to west. Moving laterally, makes a big stop. Now Gerbevac and Fazio on a 2-on-1. Gerbervac's going to buy time. He's going to play it across to Fazio. Fazio goes it back in. Throws it for the hat trick in the first period. So the natural hattie for Joshua Fazio. I'm wondering if he took an Epsom salt bath last night because he's feeling good this morning. He's feeling great this morning. There it is. Mary, if you're listening, I'm thinking you might have sent some Epsom salts in the backpack for the weekend, and Joshua took the bath, and he's feeling good. With the natural hat trick to start this one, 4:07 left in the first period, we extend the lead to 3-0. We got Pucciarelli, Pacelli, and Roach up front. Pacelli picks it off. He throws it out in the slot for Pucciarelli, turns, fires. Met by a couple sticks. Pacelli picks it up. Met by some red jersey sticks, and now we're coming the other way. Relentless back pressure by Max Roach. Takes the angle to the puck, trying to drag it off the wall. Carr will step and bump him off. Roach picks it up. So we're challenging it at the blue line. Roach plays to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli gains the red line, plays it down. And now the hand's going to go up, but they wave it off. As we were a stride north, but close enough. Roach plays to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli back to Roach. Roach plays it out in front, hits the sidebar, bounces back into the corner. Reapers collect. They're trying to flip the ice. Met by Roach's stick. It'll get back. Carr's going to collect this, turn on his forehand. He's going to go right up the boards looking for Selly. Gets off the boards. The Reapers will collect in their own zone, but they fumble it. The Pucciarelli drags in, fires. Glove save made. Pacelli will get the rebound. He's going to Going to play it up, but we don't know what the whistle is. There should not be a whistle there as the Reapers' own defender takes their goaltender out and pushes him into the net. We had a primary scoring opportunity. So, the last play of the puck's in the zone. It should be on the left dot. So we got new referees here. They're uncrested, which means they're fairly new. They just took the open book test. The rubric does have a lot of subsections in it. It's hard. But I digressed. Inadvertent whistle takes a scoring opportunity away, but we're back to play. Roche will drag down the wall. Winton will pick this up inside his own zone. Play it across for Roche. Knocked off the puck, but good stick by Pacelli. Pushes back forward, but the Reapers step in and keep. Reapers will collect. We're going to try to play it out in the middle. Good contained by Ethan Nunez. Forces him back behind the net. They'll walk out the other side. Play it back across. It hits the iron. Stays out of the back of the net. But the Reapers had a good scoring opportunity there. We collect. Roach trying to drag up that middle. Gets his pocket picked. They fire back in. It's in the skates. They pick it up at the top of the house. They fire it in. Williams makes the first one. Can't get back for the second one, but there's nothing he can do. He gave it his effort. He gave it his fight. We just got confused in the front of our net, trying to get a little too aggressive in that center seam. So the inadvertent whistle at the other end causes a stoppage on a primary scoring opportunity. Results in a lot of chaos at our end. And the Reapers strike with 3:09 left in the first period to make this a 3-1 game. Center ice face-off. Spittle to take it between Danutsiuk and Sauer. Z-Man and Carr on the back end. Danutsiuk jumps the lane, but the Reapers, Carr challenges, picks it off, will play it through Danutsiuk, and Danutsiuk gets a step, trying to get to that red line. He pushes it forward. Sauer will put the forecheck on, force him back up the wall, push him deeper into their own zone. They tip it out into the center. Spittle picks it off. He turns, he fires. It's shouldered off. Fought off by the Reapers goaltender. Sauer trying to play it back out in front. The Reapers collect and moving the other way. Pocket picked by Spittle, who fires it back in. Paddle save made and hung on to by the Reapers goalkeeper. So live in-game shout-out here. I gave it yesterday, but they were out partying. They didn't hear it as they're at the Jersey Shore. To my parents and my godfather, Hyvie. So Hyvie rung the bell this week. We just want to give him a loud shout-out and a congrats and keep the fight up. Keep battling. Second time he rung the bell as when I was playing my youth hockey at roughly the age Brady is. He rang the bell back then, too. So keep the fight up, buddy. We love you. Thanks for listening. So we got Max Nasty out between Fazio, Salty Hands, Johnny G, Ethan Nunez, and Billy Maurer. One's pushing in the corner. The Reapers will come around their own net with it. Cut off by Gerbevec, but he's outnumbered along those sideboards. But Roach gets back above it, trying to steal the boards off. Bounces through. They play down the neutral zone, picked off by Fazio. Fazio leaves in the soft ice, trying to chip past, pushing it forward. Gerbevec trying to collect. Reapers will get it out to the sideboards. Cut off by Roach. Fazio and shoots. Engages. It's right down to the slot. Gerbevec turns, he fires. Yeah, it's wide. Fazio will collect. Reapers will recover, retrieve it, and chip it forward. They're looking to hit the neutral zone and flip that ice. Ethan will steal that off, push it back up, stopping the forward progression, but the Reapers come right back down. They'll fire this in. It'll get behind Williams' cage. Maurer will collect a reverse back to his forehand. Good play. Pass picked off, fired out in front, but good stick by Ethan Nunez. He collects it, plays it ahead for Fazio. Fazio's trying to chip past one. He gets past him now. 2-on-1 development. He's got Gerbevec. He sauces it over him. Serverek turns, fires, big save made. Goaltender moving left to right, playing laterally. Gets out and makes a save and hangs on to it. Spittle will take this draw. It's one back to Winton. Winton will step, will fire it down the sideboards. Met by a Reaper's shin pad. They'll collect it and try to flip the ice. They skate this one out into the neutral zone. They're trying to hit the line. They wind up, they fire from soft ice, and Williams sees it, catches it like a line drive off the bat at the hot corner. So Colton plays third base when he's not in the goalie gear or on the bump trying to strike batters out. So sees that win, snags it, and we have a defensive zone draw. Pucciarello jumps the lane. He gets out. He's got 2 to beat. Drags past 1. He's got 1 to beat. He splits him down the middle. He splits the Red Sea. He gets to the dots. He turns. He fires it off the far pad. Unable to get that put back in the net. And now the Reapers are going to hit the neutral zone with numbers. They fire it across 85 feet. Carr will challenge. Force it back into the center where Pucciarello picks it off. They step in. Carr pushes outside the dots. Challenges the top of the circle. Forcing his shot to go wide. Winton will step to it. The Reapers keep it into the corner, but Spittle there to retrieve and recover. He's going to come around. He'll leave it for Carr. Carr's going to retrieve this. Push it forward to Pacelli. Pacelli picks it up, plays it back out into the center for Pucciarello. He's got Spittle with him. He loads, he fires off a shin pad. The Reapers are going to collect and come the other way. Now they're looking to move with numbers. They flip it out into the center. Carr and Maurer are back. They have support. They walk through 1. They walk through 2. Maurer sticks to the side. Now we got numbers back. It's played out in front. Williams gets there as the horn sounds. So good challenge, good effort, good energy, first period. Stay with us. We'll be back for the second period of action in about 120 seconds. All right, we're back for second period action. Max Nasty out between Nutziuk and Sauer. Z-Man and Maurer on the back end. Colton takes the crease down the far side as we have the long change in the second period. So entering the second frame, PHC hanging on to a 3-1 lead. Looking to see if we can put 45 minutes of hockey together. It starts with this next 15. Maurer will step to this one. He's going to collect. We'll try to play it back across. It's read by the Reapers. They'll collect and push it back to the boards. Chip off it and try to enter that line. They enter in way off sides. So whistle dead for that early entry. Neutral zone face-off ensues. This is pushed into the PHC zone. Maurer will collect. In turn, use some extra real estate. He'll get back to his forehand and goes D to D. Chip it forward. Roche follows up, gets through. He's ridden off the puck, but stays on it, pushes it in. He's knocked down. Has the support of Sauer, who pushes it back down the boards. Roche's engaged in the puck battle, looking for support. Sauer gets in, trying to move the pile. Roche comes out of the pile. He turns back. He's back onto the forehand. He turns. He fires. Blockered off. Rebounds there. Reapers collect. Nutziuk trying to push it back forward. Roche collects it. He's in on the slot. He fires it back far pad. Toe save made by the Reapers goalkeeper. Now it's pushed up the far boards. Nutziuk trying to fight that off. Maurer steps and holds the line. Nutziuk trying to seal those boards off, but Maurer keeps again. Puck is bouncing up in the air. Glove down. Nutziuk collects. He drags past 1, drags past 2. Pushed out into the corner. Reapers collect. They're going to come the other way. Try to come out this side. Throw it forward to try to play it back out in that center seam. Good angle by Max Roach. Mauer collects the red line. He's going to put it deep. And now Sauer's going to get in on the forecheck. Actually, they're going to call a line change off. So Fazio's coming off that bench. They find him at the back post. Too hot to handle. And now the Reapers collect, and they're moving the other way. But Fazio's on his horse in support. A good stick by Z-Man. Pushes it forward, and that's nice. It's nice. So we don't understand. That's textbook definitional icing. But PHC collects it. Can we capitalize on the missed call? It's thrown into the slot. Gerbeck will collect. He's going to the point, but we are pulled up for a line change, so now we got to get 85 feet. Waiting, trying to get there. Gets across. Forces a weak shot in. It's paddled aside. So Carr's trying to stretch that ice. Gets it out into the neutral zone, looking for Gerbeck, who was leaking behind the defenders, but fought off. That's a trip. It's an absolute trip. So now we're not going to call it. These uncrested referees, a little confused on the rules of hockey. Witten's going to try to get back. He sticks it aside. Carr will get to this at the hash marks. Will gain control. Plays it off the boards to Spittle. Spittle will turn and play it back in the corner for Carr. Carr's going to push it up the boards, looking for Fazio, but it's kept in. Carr will collect this and now flips it out into the center, looking for Fazio. Gets past, gets into the Reapers zone where Gerbeck's pushing it up. They'll push him back to Fazio's side. The Reapers will collect, exit the zone, and they'll throw it the other way. Witten will collect this as it doesn't have enough legs for an icing. Will stop behind the net, get back to his forehand. He pulls it ahead. Good first pass to Gerbeck. Gerbeck looking for Fazio down the center seam. Just a little too far out in front, so that'll go 200 feet for an icing. We'll come back. Defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. We'll go left of Williams. That's where the pass was made from. Left of Williams. 12:06 left in the second period. PHC still hanging on a 3-1. So what we're going to do is all take a collective deep breath, understand some calls are being missed. Nothing you can do. Control what you can control. That's our effort and our heart here. Roach wins this one into the corner. Nunez collects. He'll go behind his own net with it. Maurer will step to it at the hash mark. He's going to collect. He's trying to chip it down the neutral zone. Played back forward. Roachy picks it up on the deflection. We get on sides. We stay on sides. Roachy gains the line, plays it back across for Pacelli. But a defenseman on the Reapers picks it off and pushes it the other way. Maurer challenges, causes them to get out the soft ice with the support of his defensive partner. We keep him outside the dots. It's fired back in. Good stick. Good fight by Ethan Nunez. They fire it in. Gets into the far corner. We'll come back up to those sideboards where Puncherero tries to poke it out. It's kept in. It's fired in. Stick down by Roachy. Roachy trying to step out. Drag up the boards. We were trying to leak into that neutral zone. But now the good effort by Max Nasty, moving his feet relentlessly, causes the arm to go up. A tripping penalty to be called. So we will come down. We go man up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. If my parents are listening, and Hyvie and Mary, if you're still heading up 55, I say hop off at Delsey Drive. Pull in there to Dunlop's. Get a spicy Bloody Mary. Maybe some hippie hash. That is an egg omelet. That is not a illegal substance. I'm sitting next to law enforcement here. Tell them Dan Carr and Dan Shaw sent you today. Spittle to take the draw. Pushes it in the corner, tries to retrieve it himself. He's got Gerbeck with him. Gerbeck will chip off the end boards. He'll walk it back out in front. Plays it out to Fazio. Fazio sticks to the side of the corner where the Reapers will collect. Use their own cage, but it's cut off by Gerbeck. Forced up the wall where it's kept by Z-Man. Push back down the wall. Spittle loses his foot. He might have been tripped in the process. They fire this one down. Good play as it gets on Colton Williams. So no icing. Williams plays it to Carr. Carr plays it quickly ahead to Fazio. Fazio collects. We hit the neutral line. We drag past the right. He plays it back across to Gerbeck. Gerbeck gains the line. He turns. He fires. Blocker to side. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back in. The net. And there we go. So great zone entry. Good follow-up. As we get the puck to the net, he fouls his own shot. Chips it back in. Breakout started by Coltman Williams. Carr retrieves, hits Fazio. Fazio finds his partner out in the center seam. He went right down that Royal Road. Good follow-up as we're getting pucks and bodies to the net. Nooner will get back to this one. Throws it up the wall, looking for Anuccio. Anuccio collects, tries to chip it out. It's kept in at the points, fired back in. That gets wide. Witten will step to this in the corner, and he'll get back to his forehand. Brings it back around the far side. Anuccio picks it off. He's going to skate this one out. He gets into the neutral zone. He pulls up. Finds Sauer across the ice. Sauer enters. Little drive wide. Back outside the dots. Gets into the corner. Plays it back out in front. Hits the side of the net. Rochi's there to cut it off on the far side. He'll collect. He gets off the wall with it. Gets out to the point. Kept by Nunez. Nunez alertly fires that back in, but the Reapers glove this one down, and they're trying to move it the other way. They push it ahead. Nooner's there to recover it in the corner. We'll go right back up the wall with it. Rochi drags past. He gets off the wall. Gets kept in at the blue line, but Rochi on the follow-up second effort carries it. He's got some white ice in front of him. He's got 2 to beat. He's in. He drags past. He's on the back end. Drives back in. Throws it off the far pad. Rebound opportunity there. Sauer puts it in the back of the net. So best pass in hockey. Best pass in hockey. Third angle, you know what he does? Throws it off the far pad. Rebound opportunity. Put back by Rookie Sauer. So we're getting pucks and bodies to the net. Pushing the pucks into the back. So PHC tickling this line. For the 5th time today. 9:41 left in the second period. Extending that lead to 5-1. Spittle between L-Dog and the Money Man. You see him face off Maurer and Z-Man on the back end. Spittle ties up. Reapers come out of it as they outnumbered us on that dot. But Spittle recovers. We'll play it off the wall on the far side. Gets back out in the neutral zone. Reapers recover to gain the line. They step in. Good back check by Pucciero as he pokes it away. Defense regroups behind our own net. They'll take some white ice. Plays the Pucciero, who flips that ice back to Pacelli. Pacelli headmans at the Spittle. Spittle collects. They gain the line. He's got Pucciero coming with him. Met by a poke check. Reapers coming the other way. They have numbers if they hurry. They play it back out into the center seam. They got one more to make. They step in. They fire. It's blockered off by Coltman Williams. Rebounds there. Good stick by Maurer. Maurer recovers. He'll walk it back behind his own net. Maurer will hang on to this one. Play it forward. It's pinned and kept in by the Reapers at the far point. It's played back in. Z-Man will collect and try to come out the other boards with it. But it's hit and pinned and sealed off by 4 red sweaters. So now we'll reverse it back behind our own net. Get back on our forehand. Reverse back the other way. Try to collect this one. Headman this one. We're going to skate it. We had 3 forwards out in front, but now we have 4 hitting the line. It's a 4-on-3. Drags past, turns. Good slide by the Reapers defender. And now they're coming the other way. They try to headman it and get the guy leaking behind. Good stick by Maurer. Now Maurer has some white ice in front of him. He's going to get across the red. He's across the blue. Gets to the dots. He'll drive in. Get behind the net. He's tripped. Absolute trip. And the Reapers will touch this one, and we're going to go back to the man up as Maurer, good drive down the boards. He took the soft ice, was waiting for the line change to happen to play it back out into that PSA, but he's moving his legs. He's hauled down. That stat does not go on the score sheet, but we like what we see there. So 8 minutes even left on the clock here in the second period. PHC goes back to the man up. Brought to you today by none other than Dunlop's Bar and Grill at our home arena, Hollydale, in Sewell, New Jersey. Roach wins this one. Gets out into the center seam to Fazio, but it's left for Witten. Witten fires it in, but the Reapers collect. Witten will hold the line. Oh, he gets poked, and now we're coming the other way. Carr's going to try to back check as he was getting lined out. He does the stick on it, able to keep it out of the back of the net. Good dive, good stick, good support, and now we're coming the other way with it. Going back to Rochi. Rochi's going to drive wide. He gets burst of speed. He plays it back across. Stick save made. Rochi collects behind the net, leaves it for Fazio. Fazio's going to walk out the other way on the forehand. Plays to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck turns up. He loses an edge. Reapers will step to this in the corner, and they'll fire it around the wall, but Witten's going to step there. Gets there, but the puck gets out into the neutral zone where Carr will collect. He'll get back to his forehand. Finds Rochi on the far side. Rochi plays it ahead for Fazio. Fazio pushes it down the wall. Reapers will collect. They'll try to push it back out, but Fazio strong on it, seals it off. Rochi stepping off the wall. He's hooked and tripped and falls down as he was trying to play a soccer pass. He was trying to bend it like Beckham over to Johnny Gerberbeck. Unable to do so, but the play continues. Gerberbeck trying to collect. And now we're whistled dead. Another trip, as they did get it. I thought they missed it. But as Rochi was trying to bend it like Beckham, his stick was tied up. They lifted him off his feet. So they got it. They got it correct. We will go. We just lost power on the score clock, and now it's back. Backup generator kicked in. But they got 2 in the box. We lost time on the first one, so I don't know. 5-on-3, a lot of space here. Spittle, Pucciarello, Pacelli, Seaman, and Maurer on the back end. Pucciarello picks it up, he turns, he fires, it's blockered off. Spittle will collect in the corner. He's going to set it up. He leaves it behind the net for Pacelli, but the Reapers read it, push it up the boards. It's cut off by Pucciarello, who chips it back down the boards. Pacelli's got one on him. They fire into that center seam, and we're going to come out the other way. So they get one back. We're on 5-on-4 now, so we'll try to set it up in our own end. Start to stretch it. We should have a forward maybe leaking behind the defense far side. They send it across, gloved by the Reapers, and now they enter the PHC line. They play it back across, turns, fires, big kick saved by Williams. So the Reapers short-handed, but keeping sustained pressure on us on this shift here. Maurer will collect. Softly puts it up the boards, but the Reapers will step there. Pacelli trying to chip it out into that center seam. Reapers keep. Pacelli will collect. Looking for Pucciarello on that far side, but kept in by an aggressive forecheck on this penalty kill. Now we finally chip it out into the neutral zone. It's played back across 85 feet. Declan Spittle's going to try to get there first. Chip back out in the neutral zone. Now he's got to get back above it. He does. He gets on side. Pucciarello will pull up. He's going to play it across to Pacelli. We enter on sides. Pacelli chips this in behind the net. Reapers will collect. It's out to the point. We turn, we fire it back in. But the Reapers are going to collect this one. They're coming. They got a guy coming out of the box. He leaked behind our defenders. But they play it down the wall. They didn't see him in the center seam. So Nunez able to recover, push it back up the wall. Pucciarello plays it out to Spittle. He plays it back to Pucciarello. Now Pucciarello will push it into the neutral zone. Puck battle ensues right at the red line. Push back into the PHC line. Nunez will collect. Will look to flip the ice, and then he reverses back up. Picked off by the Reapers, but they enter offsides. 4:58 left in the second period. Neutral zone faceoff coming. PHC hanging on to a 5-1 lead. Puck bouncing around in the neutral zone. Collected by the Reapers. They enter the line. Drive wide. Nunez with a good challenge. Rochi there. Try to come out the other side. Reapers pin it back and push it into the other corner. Rochi there to seal it off. He's got the support of Nunez. Roach comes out of the corner. But the Reapers recollect. They'll go back behind the net. They're trying to wrap it around. Williams is there. Gets on their post. They're going to come to the other side. Puck's bouncing around behind our own net. Rochi will collect this one. Push it outside the dots. But sealed off by the Reapers again. And now puck battle ensues in that corner. Winton fighting hard with the Reapers. Outnumber us. They walk it back in. Williams reads it. Gets that pad locked into the post. Stays strong with the core. Keeps the puck out of the back of the net. So we'll go with a full line change on PHC side. But the extracurricular activity in front of the net, as I said, there was hard battles yesterday. Playing through the whistles. They're going to call 2 on PHC, 1 on the Reapers. So 5-on-4. 5-on-4 with a coincidental, right? They're not concurrent. Johnny! So 5, 1, 2. Johnny, they're off. We're short. Confusion by the referees. Confusion for the players, but we're 5-on-4 as there was 2 penalties called on PHC, but 1 on the Reaper. So coincidentals and then an extra minor. So we're back underway. Penalty kill situation. Rocha collects it, comes out into the center, trying to fight through a check. He does. Puts it ahead, looking for Fazio in the neutral zone. The Reapers will collect. They'll play it back across, but it off a stick and bounces into their own zone. Fazio will put the forecheck on. He's bumped off the puck, but trying to find it in his feet. He's met by a Reaper who was stepping to that puck. Now Roach will seal it off. Reapers collect, and they're coming the other way. They play it in the neutral zone. Carl will get a stick on it. He's going to step to this one. Plays it ahead to Fazio. Fazio will put it deep. So now we're going to get it back across. Here's the thing. We have Carr and Z-Man on the back end here. We got Nooner and Witten in the box. But Roachie's tripped. Carr steps and puts it down to the end. Reapers end. So Roachie relentlessly pushing and working hard. Draws another penalty. So we'll go 4-on-4 hockey now for 34 clicks before we get Nunez back. So our 5-man defensive crew went down to 3-man. Pucciarero, Spittle, Pacelli up front. Bauer and Z-Man on the back end. 4-on-4 hockey here. Even strength. Spittle trying to win it back. We got too many. Whatever. We're going to continue. Someone's got to come off. Yeah, Mauer's got to come off. Now we have 1D. That would have not have been a penalty. That was on the referees as they dropped the puck. They got a count. It wouldn't have been a penalty. I would have continued playing there and then argued. If I was blue in the face, I probably would have lost the argument. Spittle loads, he fires. Stick to side by the Reapers. So now we kill that penalty off. We have a 5-on-4. It's played forward. Pass Bauer, who's coming off to replace the Nooner coming out of the box. So Z-Man will step to this. He'll come behind his own net. Trying to stretch that ice out to Pucciarero. Pucciarero collects, trying to play it back across into the center. Picked off by the Reapers, and they're moving the other way with it. Running into Pacelli, who was in the path of the puck carrier. He's pushing back forward, trying to get off the wall with it, but the Reapers come out of the pile. They turn up the center seam. They enter the line. They drag past. They're met by Spittle and Mauer. Puck pushed into the corner. Pacelli gets there at the hash marks. He picks it up. He chips past one. He's got numbers developed. We got a 3-on-2 coming through the neutral zone. Pushes through. Good recovery by the Reapers to push that back out into the neutral zone. Z-Man will chip it off the boards. He enters the line. He's got Spittle going back post. Good stick by the Reapers. We're telegraphing our passes a little bit, as we got to disguise them and move that puck hard. But Spittle comes out of the corner. He turns. He fires, trying to go up top. Gets up and over the net. Out to the far boards, where the Reapers will collect. Push it ahead. That'll be an icing. No tip. So PHC will have to be forced to play this around their own net. Carl will step and take the body, allowing Pacelli to step to the puck. He's got Spittle there. Spittle wins it. He's going to come around the far side looking for Pucciarero on that wall. Pucciarero comes off the wall with it, trying to chip it ahead. It gets out to the neutral zone where Spittle picks it up. He drags past one, drags past two. He's got Pucciarero coming with him. He plays it to him. Pucciarero plays it back to Spittle, and they bury it in the net. Tic-tac-toe. Heads up, and that's what we call disguised passing. He sells shot, slides it to that back post, tip-tap. Into the back of the net with 1 minute left. PHC extends their lead to a 6-1. Good puck movement coming up ice. Sells shot, disguises the pass to the back post, and Spittle buries it. But very good puck movement between 22 and 20 there. This one's one back to Winton. Winton chips it ahead, looking for Sauer at that blue line. Reaper step and keep it, but it's cut off by Max Roach, who chips it down the board. Sauer gains the line. He's got Anuccio coming down the center seam. Sauer will turn, will fire. Save made as Anuccio was going to the net. That puck was loose. Can't control what you can't control. So we need to leave the emotions in check and just play hockey, play to the whistle. Referee lost sight of it. He thought the goalie had it. Blown dead. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Reapers goalkeeper. Roach to take it. He's got Sauer on the sidewall. Plays it to him. Sauer puts it in the corner for Anuciuk. Anuciuk turns up, trying to go back to Sauer. Passes that one out to the Reapers, and the Reaper coming the other way. They're going to drive down the far side. They turn, they fire. Kicked aside by Williams as he gets out and challenges. Roach collecting. He's coming the other way. He's going to try to split these red jerseys like the Red Sea. He goes outside, trying to get back inside. Pulls up, loses an edge, but playing it from his breezers. The Reaper, the ref keeps that one in for us. The Reapers chip it out into the neutral zone. They got numbers coming the other way. Winton and Carr are back. Winton will step, force him back outside the dot. Carr will challenge. It gets wide. Out on the sideboards. It's played back across. No shot! They play it in. And the horn sounds. So 6-1 lead into the second intermission. Stay with us. We'll be back for third period action. Key thing, as we said in the opening, we need to finish 45 minutes of hockey. All right, we're back for third period action. Hanging on to the 6-1 lead. We talked about it in the opening. We need to play 45 minutes of hockey, try to put a complete game together here. The scoreboard dictates that we do not need any more goals, so I want to see some shore up on our defensive end. It's puck possession and the same thing. Move the puck, flip the ice. As the puck moves faster, and if we can possess it and flip the ice, it'll keep that burn going for the team that's trying to fight from behind. Spittle, Fazio, Gerbevec out there. The Reapers push it forward. They jump the lane. They enter the line. Quickly picked off. Tried to chip it back out into the neutral zone, but unable to do so. Maurer will try to go back behind his own net. He's got Nooner with him, but it gets recovered by the Reapers. They outnumber us on the wall, and now we have even strength battle along that wall. Reapers pushed it in the corner. Play it back out into the PSA. Good challenge by Billy Maurer. Back from Spittle in support. Pushes it up the wall. Looking for Fazio. Maurer following it up. Pushes it forward. It's kept in at the line. Good strong keep by a defenseman of the Reapers. They fired in. It gets wide. Williams slides over. Finds it off the backboard. Covers that one up. Allowing us to hit reset. Both coaches will opt for a full change in their personnel. 20 fresh legs out there for this puck drop. We got Max Nasty, L-Dog, and the Money Man with Z-Man and Carr. Carr will go off the glass, gets it out in the neutral zone. Poutrier's putting the forecheck on, but the Reapers will play it back in. It hits the referee. Z-Man will collect this one, get back to his forehand. He's going to reverse up. Carr will set a pick. Allows Z-Man to work in the corner. He's going to come around. It caroms off the boards. Back out in front. As we're playing slow, they pick it up. Carr wears that. Kicks it out to the sideboards. Pushes it up off the glass. Kept in at the blue line, but Carr following it up. He's engaged. He pushes through, trying to bulldoze the construction site, but the Reapers outnumber us. They push it back in. They get in on wings. They play it across. Good stick by Dylan Pacelli. Pacelli trying to get off the wall with it. Cut off momentarily by the Reapers, but we support back. Pucciarello picks it up. He gets out into the neutral zone. He's into the Reaper zone. He turns. He fires. Hits a skate. Gets into the corner off the end boards. He collects it himself. We'll throw it out to the point. Z-Man winds. He's going to walk it down the wall now. He'll turn. He'll fire back across. Tip off the side of the net by Pacelli. Pacelli will play this to Puncherero. Puncherero is going to put it back down in the corner for Pacelli. Pacelli will collect behind the net. He's outnumbered. He puts it to Puncherero. Steps off the wall. Pulls back. He's met by a couple of red jerseys. Puck gets through. Pacelli fires. Kick this side. Puncherero will gain it. He's going to go to the D on the far side. They turn. They fire. We'll reverse up. Go back down the wall with it as there was pressure at that blue line. So Rochi collects. He fights through one. Steps off the wall. He's met by a body check. He's tripped. Outnumbered 3-1. So the Reapers collect it, and now they're trying to leak behind. They skate through the neutral zone. They flip it back across. They stay on side. Winton challenges, pushes it forward. They kick it. Kick save made by Copeman Williams is fired in to that far pad. Now we collect and we chip it forward. PHC trying to make a line change as we have some tired legs out there. Puncherero will cut it across. Play back in by Spittle. But we pull up for a line change. Picked off in the center seam by Spittle. Spittle pushes it to Sauer. Sauer fires it in. Kick the side. Puck is still loose on the side of that net. Now we got the whistle blown as the goaltender was able to lock his pad in. Against the post. Keep it out of the back of the net as he locked those core muscles in. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the right of the Reapers goalkeeper. 11:46 left in this one. PHC hanging on to a 6-1 lead. Puck is dropped. Reapers jump the lane. They're moving out. They'll skate this one out good. Contained by Ethan Nunez. Cuts it off. Pushes it back forward. Nuccio pushing down that boards. Sealed off at the blue line where puck battle sees Nooner pushes it back forward. Spittle chips it in. Anucciok's going to collect. He's got Sauer with him. He moves it across. Oh, too hot to handle. It gets out into the corner, but Sauer will collect. Will turn up. Plays it back in front. Body to side by the Reapers defender. They come out the other way. Kept in by Nooner. Second effort kept in by Anucciok. Third effort kept in by Nooner. Fourth effort kicked in by Sauer. Fire it back across. Play back in. Kick this side by the Reapers goaltender. So we're getting some extra free hockey here. There's about 2 minutes ticked off the clock, it seems like. But we're playing with a frozen clock. So the Reapers play this one out in the neutral zone. Picked off by Anucciok and Sauer. Anucciok pushes it out to the wall. Maurer will collect. We'll chip it forward. Sauer puts the forecheck on. Forces him back up the wall. Anucciok gets back above it, but they play it out in the neutral zone. Maurer steps and tries to keep it live. Gets past him, but Spittle picks it off. Now he's going to come. We got away with a trip there. Spittle toe drags. He moves in. He turns. He fires. Big save made by the Reapers, and now they're going to fire it the other way. Mike Winton's going to collect this one. He's going to use his own net. Actually, will turn and get his toes right back up to Spittle. Spittle leaves it for Fazio. Fazio runs into a red stop sign there. And the puck is pushed back, but Gerberbeck collects out in the neutral zone. He chips it forward. Reapers collect. They're going to step. Gap up! Carr will challenge. Gets through. Good job by Williams. Staying alert there as that puck was deflected off a Carr's stick. Easy to handle, but that's one of those ones that's difficult if you have bodies coming to you. So Williams stayed calm, made the save, hits the reset button. We will have a face-off to his right. Fazio, Nasty, and G-Man out there with Winton and Carr on the back end. Winton collects. We'll play it up that center seam looking for Gerberbeck. It gets past him, but it gets out in the neutral zone. The Reaper's trying to collect. Winton steps up. He's trying to gain the rush. Roach picks a pocket. He leaves it for Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck enters the line. Drags past one. He loses a foot. Goes down to the corner, but he'll collect it. Plays it out to the point. We had the puck. Stop. We had the puck. So the Reapers called for a haul down in front of their own net. Again, we had the puck, full possession, play supposed to continue. We're supposed to get the extra man on until the Reapers gain control, but these referees uncrest blow it that early. But we're back to the man up, brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Loose! Still loose! Play it out. Maurer will keep it at the point. He's going to go D to D to Z-Man. Z-Man will try to find he had Roachy stepping off that wall. Steps back into the center seam. The Reaper are able to get it out in the neutral zone, but we had Gerberbeck tied up in front of the own net. He was being laid on, so he couldn't exit the zone. So we can't be selfish here in a 6-1 game. We got to move the puck. We got to move east-west, as I said in the broadcast. That's an IQ thing we got to keep working on. As we had Roachy set up on that half wall on the forehand. Spittle gains the line. He'll push it deep. We'll grab it himself. We'll push it out to the point. We wind, we fire. Gets up, hits a stick. As people were ducking in front of the net there. Contreras will collect. He's going to walk out. Needs a poke check, but keeps it. He's got Spittle on the back door. He turns, he fires. Gloved and held on to. So, another thing there, we're driving lanes. We have them. We got to step up. We got to slow things down with the extra man, right? Use the time and space. This isn't one where we have to chaotically get pucks to the net. Try to slow down. Try to burn some time. Get it to the guy in the PSA with the best scoring opportunity. Spittle was on the back post there. Spittle will take the draw. The Reapers fight through, and they're coming the other way. They skate this in the neutral zone. They chip forward, but Winton will collect. He's looking for Nooner on the far side. Met by a stick, but it gets out where Nooner will collect. Nooner will gain the red line. He'll chip it forward into the zone, push back out, and we were south of that blue line, so whistle dead again for an offsides. 28 seconds left on the man up here. 8:46 left in the game. Let's gain the line, try to set up. Spittle ties up. Pacelli jumps through. He gains the line. He pushes in. Trying to find the puck. He'll turn, he'll fire. It's gloved off by the Reapers goalkeeper. The Reapers will collect on the far boards. They'll push this one out. It's going to get on edge. Is it going to get there? Yes, it'll get there for the icing. So we'll come 200 feet for an offensive zone draw to the right of the Reapers goalkeeper. 9 seconds left on the man up. 8:26 left in this one. Max Nasty. Talking to Carr at the point. He's got Anuccio coming off that sideboard with the forehand shot. Sauer in front, trying to create some havoc right there on the crease. Reapers win it back in the corner. They'll collect. They'll use their own net. They'll come out the other side with it. They're picked off by Sauer at the hash marks, fired in, and now the Reapers are going to come the other way. They got guys leaking behind! Guys in the box. They try to hit him. Gets out in front of them. Whistle dead for the offsides. As they came back out of that box behind our D. But they play it too far ahead. They were trying to stretch that ice to the open man. But it goes 200 feet for the ice. Roachy looking at Z-Man. He's on his forehand. Reapers push this one into the corner. They'll reverse the other way. They'll collect this one. We'll skate this one out into the neutral zone. It's chipped ahead. Carr will collect. We'll push it back down the boards. Looking for Anuccio. But the Reapers will pursue this puck. They're kept in the neutral zone. Now they'll chip it in. Z-Man will get to this one. We'll turn back up. Puts off the boards looking for Sauer. Sauer will collect and go right off the boards with it. We're on the wrong side of the red line. Doesn't have enough legs, so stay short. No icing. Carr will read and pinch this one. Keeps it live. Anuccio gets back above it. Steps out into that center seam. Met by a poke check of the Reapers. They're playing it back forward. Reapers coming through the neutral zone. Carr will step to this one. Takes a path. bumps him off the puck, lets it get into the corner where he's got Roach and now Carl. Will wing it around the wall. Z-Man will collect. He's got Fazio coming off the bench. He hits Fazio. Fazio's got Gerberbeck. Reaper steps through the lane. They come in. They fire. Stick to side by Carr. Carr will collect. Going to play it back up the boards. Get back to the forehand there. But he'll follow it up. As we don't need to use our backhands there. We can try to get back to the forehand if we have the time. Spittle collects. He's going to come around the net. He gets out into the neutral zone. He's got some white ice in front of him. He drags past one, drags past two, gains the line, drops to the Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck met by a red jersey. Now we're coming the other way. Referee stops that puck and stops the forward progress. Should be whistled dead for a tripping on their own accord. But either way, Reapers recover, play it in. Mauer's hit in the corner, but gets it around the board for Fazio collects. He's trying to flip it again. Sells the pass. We'll get to the blue line. Steps in. Stripped of it, and the Reapers are coming the other way. Ninos collects inside his own blue line. Chips it back out, but the Reapers recover, and they get it back down into the corner. And the Reapers are working behind Williams' cage. They walk it back out in front, looking for that wraparound. The referees got to blow the whistle. Both coaches and our stands yelling. There's usually a 1, 2, maybe 3 second delay. But that seems like an eternity. So now we're going to get multiples going to the box. So they're going to get one from the Reapers, one from PHC. But the Reapers coach is correct in asking, what is the delay? What is the delay on the whistle? So here, this is another one. Where they could have controlled it. If they blow the whistle, none of this happens. It's self-inflicted. No punitive damage. We'll stay 5-on-5 as they took one each. Defensive zone draw to the left of Colton. 6:01 left in this one. Rochi Pacelli, Venturero up front with Witten and Carr on the back end. Rung around. Carr will step to this one, force it back up to the point. Forced back down, gets back behind Williams' cage. Witten will step to it in the far corner. He'll play it up. He finds Venturero leaking out into that neutral zone, but the Reapers recover to get D to D. They play it back ahead. Good forecheck. Pick off by Pacelli. Pacelli gets inside the dots. Drags it to goal mouth. Save made. Rebound put back. Cap out of the back of the net. Rochi battling behind the net. Ridden off the puck, but he gets back on it. The Reapers will get into that neutral zone. That by Puncherero. Puncherero fires it off. Winton collects and plays it back ahead. Rochi looking for Pacelli in that center seam. Picked off by the Reapers, but Puncherero above it, picks it off, and now we gain the line. Drives back, gets down behind the net. Trying to buy some time. We'll go for a little bit of a skate here. Gonna drive it. Now he's going to chip it over to Maurer. Maurer will walk down the wall. He turns and fires. Save made. Rebound opportunity there. Whistle there. Quick whistle. Quick whistle. Quick whistle. No, Shane, you got to stay out, bud. Stay out. Hey, stay out. So we have to have better discipline there if they're going to call this right, and I think they probably need some help. I'm not a complete homer. We should end up with an extra there, as you cannot enter that fray from the bench or above the dots. We had a D-man go in there. We had kids come off the bench. Their coach is right about the 14. But now there's a full party in the box. It looks like they're putting all 5 Reapers. We'll have to figure this one out. Now they're coming out. We don't know what the calls are. Now they all come back out. The one that was in there originally stays in. They're not going to know how to call this one. I'm going to take a seat.
Yeah, they're all lost.
Everyone's lost here. There's 4 minutes and 48 seconds left in a good week of hockey here. Just play 5-on-5, drop the puck, quicker whistles. So they're trying to call all 5. The Reapers coach is saying, hey, just pick 2. You can't take all 5. If it's going to be even up, there's no punitive damage. It's self-inflicted on the referee's core here. Just stay 5-on-5, drop the puck.
We're doing 2-on-2.
We're going to play 3 ice. Yeah. In all honesty, though, if they were going to call 5 on the Reapers, they should have. The extra one, the 6th one's probably got to go to PHC. It's a third man in. You don't have to throw anything. You just can't enter that fray with any sort of speed. So we got to take that one back. Understand to take the deep breath, especially in the 6-1 game. Control the emotions. What do we get there? We got 1 from PHC. 1 from 5-on-5. Yeah. There was a coincidental that was already in there from the net front down here. So we'll stay offensive zone draw. No punitive damage as they went coincidentals. 1-on-1 in each side. Drop the puck with Spittle between Gerberbeck and Fazio. It's played out to the point for Winton. Winton's going to walk. We'll play it back down the wall to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's trying to find Fazio on that back post. Bumped off the puck, but Winton will keep. We'll fire it in. Bounces in on net. Blow the whistle. So it's all self-inflicted. If we blow the whistle, we got to stay out of it. Quicker whistles. We'll solve this one. We got 4:31 left in the hockey game. No, it's 5-on-5. It's 5-on-5 hockey. We're not. It's even up. So puck battle ensues. The Reapers. So there's a lot of confusion here, but we're no power play. We're all even up. Chipped in. PHC will collect. Go back behind their own net. Maurer will collect this one. We'll walk up the wall. He gets out in that initial zone, trying to flip the ice to Fazio. Fazio's tripped! And the arm goes up. So now we will go man up. So now we just get hit with a taunting. So we were going to go man up. Stick claps the other way. Should be another taunting. They may want to go to a runoff here. As the kids, it's not their fault, but the emotions are getting high because of the lack of knowledge, lack of control by the elders on the ice trying to control this game. Stay away. Where you run into is a complete loss of control. I think the knowledgeable, experienced scorekeepers are trying to get this game underway. They'll run the clock out here. But you don't want it to lose too much control. You don't want any safety concerns. Good hard-fought battle. So let's run the clock down a little bit. If you remember, we played for 1 minute and 32 minutes with a stopped clock earlier. So, but the scorekeepers out here in Cleveland are experienced. They know the rule books better than most, and they try to enforce them. So they're trying to help the young referees out on the ice. Or green, I should call them green referees. We should line up and drop the puck. What a way to end. Taking it away from the kids. So this one decided by the adults in the score box to ease some tension, regain control, and just let the clock run out. Most important part, and I appreciate the Reapers coach for saying this, there's nothing in the handshake line. The most important part in the battle is the sportsmanship. In the sport of hockey, we shake hands after every game, say good battle, good weekend, we'll see you next time. And I think these teams do face off against each other later in the year for a rubber match. So calmer heads prevail. PHC walks away with a 6-1 victory. Good energy. We have a second game on the day, so we'll be back at 1:50 to end the weekend against the host Cleveland Barons. Thanks for listening. Join back in with us at 1:50.